God says, "Listen closely, my beloved soul, because this moment is not ordinary, and the reason you are here right now is not a coincidence." Out of all the people moving through their day, out of all the moments passing by unnoticed, you paused here, and that pause carries meaning. There is a quiet alignment happening in your life, something that has been forming behind the scenes, something that your heart has been hoping for even when your mind tried to stay patient. You may not have always seen clear signs, and there may have been days when you questioned whether anything was truly changing, but even in those silent moments, something was being prepared for you. God says that being first in line does not mean you are above others, but it means you are ready. It means your heart has been growing, your patience has been stretching, and your spirit has been learning to trust even when the path felt uncertain. Many times you continued forward without knowing the full outcome, and that quiet perseverance has brought you to this exact moment. Readiness is not loud, it does not always come with clear signals, but it shows itself through consistency, through the way you keep moving forward even when nothing seems to move around you. There have been times when you felt overlooked, when you felt like others were progressing faster, receiving opportunities before you, or finding clarity while you were still searching. In those moments, it was easy to wonder if your time would ever come, or if your efforts were being seen at all. But God says nothing you have carried, nothing you have worked through, and nothing you have believed in has been ignored. Every step, every thought, every effort has been part of a bigger preparation that is now beginning to unfold in ways you can start to recognize. God says that miracles are not always loud or sudden. Sometimes they arrive as quiet shifts, as new understanding, as doors opening in unexpected ways, or as clarity replacing confusion. Sometimes a miracle is a moment where things begin to make sense again, where direction appears after a period of uncertainty, or where your heart feels lighter after carrying weight for too long. And when you are first in line, it means you are about to notice these shifts before others even realize something has changed. You may already feel something different, even if you cannot explain it clearly. There might be a subtle sense of anticipation, a feeling that something is about to move, or a quiet awareness that things are not the same as they were before. That feeling is not random. It is part of your awareness waking up to what has already started aligning for you. When your mind is still catching up, your spirit often senses the change first. God says this is a moment to stay present, to stay open, and to trust what is unfolding without rushing it. When something meaningful begins to enter your life, it does not need to be forced or chased. It flows in naturally when you are aligned with it. Your role is not to control every detail, but to remain aware, to recognize opportunities when they appear, and to respond with clarity and confidence. There is also a reminder here for you, my beloved soul, that receiving is just as important as giving. You have spent time putting effort into your growth, into your responsibilities, and into becoming a better version of yourself. Now is a time where you allow yourself to receive the results of that effort without doubt or hesitation. You do not need to question whether you deserve it. Your journey has already prepared you for it. God says that as this new phase begins, you may notice changes not only in your external situation but also within yourself. Your thoughts may become clearer, your decisions more confident, and your sense of direction more steady. These internal shifts are just as important as anything happening around you, because they guide how you move forward from this point. So remain grounded, remain calm, and continue trusting the process that has brought you here. Being first in line is not about rushing ahead, it is about being ready to step forward when the moment arrives. And that moment, my beloved soul, is closer than you think. God says, listen deeply once again, my beloved soul, because as you stand in this moment of quiet preparation, there is something important you must understand about what it truly means to be first in line for a miracle. It is not just about receiving something new, it is about becoming aware of what has already been forming within you and around you for a long time. Many people wait for big, visible signs before they believe that something is changing, but the truth is that transformation often begins in silence, in small shifts of thought, in subtle changes of direction, and in moments where your heart starts to feel different even if your surroundings have not yet caught up. You have been going through such a process, even on the days when you felt like nothing was happening, even when you questioned your progress, even when you wondered if your efforts were being noticed at all. God says that your journey has been shaping you in ways that are now preparing you to receive with clarity and confidence. Think about the challenges you have faced, the moments where you had to make difficult decisions, the times when you had to stay strong without immediate support, and the periods where patience felt like the only option. None of those moments were wasted. Each one has strengthened your ability to recognize what truly matters and what does not. Each experience has sharpened your awareness, helping you understand yourself more deeply and helping you see situations with greater clarity than before. There were times when you felt like you were standing still while everything around you was moving forward, times when you compared your path with others and wondered why your journey felt slower or more uncertain. But God says that what seemed like delay was actually alignment. While others were moving quickly, you were being prepared more carefully. While others were rushing ahead, you were building a stronger foundation. And now, because of that preparation, you are in a position where what comes into your life will have meaning, stability, and purpose. God says that miracles often arrive in ways that are different from what you expect. You may have imagined a certain outcome, a specific opportunity, or a particular moment that would mark a turning point in your life. But sometimes what arrives is even more meaningful than what you had imagined, because it fits your path more naturally. It connects with who you are becoming, not just with what you once wanted. This is why it is important to stay open and not limit your expectations to one specific outcome. What is meant for you will align with your growth and will feel right when it arrives. You may begin to notice that certain opportunities, conversations, or realizations start appearing in your life. These are not random events. They are part of the unfolding process that is guiding you forward. Sometimes a simple conversation can open a new direction. Sometimes a small opportunity can lead to something much bigger. Sometimes a moment of clarity can change the way you see everything around you. These are all forms of movement, all forms of progress, all signs that things are beginning to shift in your favor. God says that your role in this moment is to stay aware and to trust your instincts. When something feels right, when a decision aligns with your values, when an opportunity brings a sense of clarity rather than confusion, that is your inner guidance helping you move forward. You do not need to overthink every step or wait for perfect certainty. Growth often happens when you take thoughtful steps forward, even if you do not see the entire path ahead. There is also a reminder for you to release any lingering doubt that may still be holding you back. Doubt can make you question your readiness, can make you hesitate when the right moment arrives, and can make you second-guess your own decisions. But God says that you have already come further than you realize. The strength you have built, the lessons you have learned, and the awareness you have gained are all signs that you are prepared for what is coming next. As you continue moving forward, you may also notice changes in how you respond to situations. Things that once made you feel overwhelmed may now feel manageable. Decisions that once felt confusing may now feel clearer. This is a sign of growth. It shows that you are not the same person you were before, and that you are evolving into someone who can handle greater opportunities and greater responsibilities. God says that being first in line also means that you will begin to see results before others fully understand what is happening. You may find yourself stepping into new spaces, experiencing new levels of clarity, or receiving new opportunities while others are still waiting. This is not something to feel uncertain about, it is something to accept with gratitude and confidence. Your journey has led you here, and you have earned the right to step forward into this new phase. So stay present, stay open, and continue trusting the process that has brought you to this point, my beloved soul. The shifts that are beginning now are not temporary. They are part of a larger movement that is guiding you toward growth, clarity, and new possibilities. What is coming into your life will not just change your situation, it will also strengthen your understanding of who you are and what you are capable of becoming. God says, listen carefully again, my beloved soul, because as you continue moving forward in this moment, there is a deeper understanding that is beginning to unfold within you, and it is important that you recognize it. Being first in line for a miracle is not only about what you will receive, but also about how you are learning to see your life differently. There was a time when you looked at your situation and focused mostly on what was missing, on what had not yet happened, on what you were still waiting for, and that perspective may have made things feel slower or more uncertain. But now something is changing inside you, something quieter and stronger, where you are beginning to notice what is already present, what is already working, and what is already guiding you forward even when everything is not fully clear. God says that this shift in awareness is one of the most powerful parts of your journey, because when your perspective changes, your experience begins to change as well. You start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles, you begin to recognize growth where you once felt stuck, and you start to understand that even the delays you experienced were shaping you in ways that are now becoming valuable. Nothing you have gone through has been without purpose, even the moments that felt confusing or difficult have contributed to your strength, your patience, and your ability to move forward with greater understanding. There may have been times when you felt like giving up, when you wondered if continuing was worth it, when you felt tired of waiting for something to change. In those moments, it would have been easy to stop, to step back, or to lose confidence in your path. But you did not. You continued, even if it was slowly, even if it was quietly, even if no one else noticed your effort. And that quiet persistence has brought you to a place where things are now beginning to align in ways that you can start to feel more clearly. God says that as you move into this next phase, you will begin to notice a difference not only in what happens around you but also in how you feel within yourself. There will be more clarity in your thoughts, more steadiness in your decisions, and more confidence in your direction. You may find that you are no longer as easily affected by uncertainty as you once were. Situations that used to create doubt may now feel manageable, and choices that once felt complicated may now seem more straightforward. You may also begin to notice that certain things no longer feel aligned with you. This could be certain habits, certain ways of thinking, or even certain environments that once felt familiar. This is not a loss, it is a sign of growth. As you move forward, your awareness expands, and with that expansion comes a natural shift in what feels right for you. Letting go of what no longer fits is part of making space for what is meant to come into your life. God says that your ability to recognize these changes is a sign that you are becoming more connected with your path. You are no longer moving blindly or waiting for others to guide you. You are beginning to trust your own understanding, your own instincts, and your own sense of direction. This trust is essential because it allows you to move forward with confidence even when everything is not fully revealed. There may also be moments where you feel a quiet excitement, a sense that something meaningful is approaching even if you cannot fully explain it. That feeling is part of your awareness recognizing the shifts that are happening. It is a sign that your journey is moving forward, that things are beginning to align, and that you are stepping into a phase where your efforts start to show results in ways that you can clearly see. God says that you do not need to rush this process or try to control every detail. What is unfolding is happening in the right way and at the right pace for you. Your role is to remain present, to stay aware, and to continue making choices that align with your values and your growth. When you do this, you allow the process to move forward naturally without creating unnecessary pressure or confusion. You are also learning something important about yourself, my beloved soul, something that will stay with you long after this moment. You are learning that you are capable of moving forward even in uncertainty, that you are able to grow through challenges, and that you have the strength to remain steady even when things are not fully clear. This understanding becomes part of who you are, and it supports you in every step you take from this point forward. God says that being first in line means you are now in a position where you can recognize the value of what is coming into your life. You will not take it for granted, you will not overlook it, and you will not miss it because you have been prepared to see it clearly. This preparation is what makes the moment meaningful. It is not just about receiving something new, it is about understanding it, appreciating it, and using it in a way that supports your continued growth. So continue moving forward with calm confidence, my beloved soul. Stay connected to your awareness, trust the changes you are feeling, and allow yourself to step into this new phase with openness and clarity. What is unfolding is not random, and what is coming into your life is not by chance. It is part of a process that has been building over time, and now you are beginning to see it take shape in ways that will guide you toward the next chapter of your journey. God says, listen one more time with a calm and open heart, my beloved soul, because this phase you are stepping into is not just about receiving something new, it is about understanding how everything you have experienced is now coming together with purpose and clarity. There was a time when your journey felt scattered, when events did not seem connected, when delays and progress appeared to move in different directions, and it may have felt difficult to see how everything could ever make sense. But now you are beginning to stand at a point where those scattered pieces are slowly forming a clear path, and what once felt confusing is starting to feel meaningful. God says that one of the most important realizations you are gaining is that your timing has always been unique to you. You were never meant to follow someone else's pace, and you were never meant to measure your progress based on what others were receiving or achieving. Your journey required specific experiences, specific lessons, and specific moments of reflection that could not be rushed. While it may have felt like you were waiting, you were actually being shaped into someone who could not only receive but also understand and sustain what is coming into your life now. There may have been moments when you questioned your own path, when you wondered if you were making the right choices, or when you felt uncertain about the direction you were taking. Those moments were not signs of failure, they were part of your growth. They encouraged you to think more deeply, to become more aware, and to develop a stronger sense of who you are and what truly matters to you. Without those moments, you would not have the clarity you are beginning to feel now. God says that as you move forward, you will begin to notice a stronger sense of alignment in your life. Things will start to feel more natural, decisions will feel less forced, and opportunities will appear in ways that make sense rather than creating confusion. This alignment is not something that happens suddenly, it is something that builds over time as you continue to grow and remain true to your values. And now, you are reaching a point where that alignment is becoming more visible. You may also find that your confidence is growing in a quiet but steady way. It is not the kind of confidence that needs to be shown or proven to others, but the kind that comes from within, from knowing that you are capable, that you have learned from your experiences, and that you are ready to move forward. This inner confidence allows you to approach new situations with clarity instead of doubt, and it helps you make decisions with a sense of calm rather than pressure. God says that receiving a miracle is not just about what comes into your life, but also about how you receive it. When you are ready, you receive with gratitude, with awareness, and with the understanding that what you are receiving has meaning. You do not rush past it or overlook it, and you do not question whether you deserve it. Instead, you recognize it as part of your journey and you allow it to support your growth moving forward. There is also a reminder here for you to remain grounded as things begin to shift. When new opportunities or positive changes enter your life, it is important to stay connected to the values that have guided you this far. Stay honest in your actions, stay thoughtful in your decisions, and stay aware of the path you are walking. These qualities will help you maintain balance and ensure that what you receive continues to support you in a meaningful way. God says that you are now in a position where your awareness, your patience, and your growth are coming together to guide you forward. You are no longer the same person who once felt uncertain or unsure. You have gained understanding, you have developed strength, and you have learned how to move forward even when things were not clear. These qualities are what make you ready for what is coming next. As you continue this journey, you may also begin to see how your experiences can guide others. The understanding you have gained, the patience you have developed, and the clarity you are beginning to feel can become a source of support for those around you. This does not mean you need to lead or teach, but simply by being who you are, you may inspire others to approach their own journeys with more awareness and confidence. God says that this moment is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of a new phase where things start to make more sense, where your efforts begin to show results, and where your path becomes clearer. What you are stepping into is not something temporary. It is part of a larger process that will continue to unfold as you move forward. So remain calm, remain aware, and continue trusting the process that has brought you here, my beloved soul. What is coming into your life is aligned with who you are becoming, and what you are becoming is aligned with the path you are meant to walk. Stay open to what unfolds, stay grounded in your values, and allow yourself to receive what has been prepared for you with clarity, confidence, and gratitude. If you truly feel this message in your heart, comment, "I am ready to receive my miracle." Take a moment to like this video and subscribe, so you stay connected to messages that guide you forward and keep your energy aligned with growth and positivity. Open This Now has